1015 FM KDAWN.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the #1 professional wrestling radio show in Las Vegas. This is the Mark Hoke Show. The Mark Hoke Show. Going bell to bell with the best in professional wrestling news, entertainment, and lots of Sin City surprises from inside the squared circle. Now, let's get to all the exciting pro wrestling action and bring on the host. Here is Mark Hoke.
And ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Mark Hoke Show here on KDAWN 1015 FM. It is the talk of Las Vegas, the best in pro wrestling news and entertainment, as David Difference is trying to destroy more equipment. And I don't know what the hell he is doing in the studio. It appears he's kind of gone combination of Napoleon Dynamite and the Beastie Boys Sabotage video. That's about it. David Difference, how are you this morning?
Hey,
Dave, stop moving the mic.
Oh, man, we're going to have problems today. Good morning. Oh, what a difference that Dave makes. Yeah, I didn't have a chance to do my hair, man.
Good Lord. Are you serious right now?
100% serious. I don't like this setup. I don't like being on this mic, and I apologize to the guests that have to be on this one. It's not comfortable over here.
Jeez, get over it.
You know what you need to get over? Oh, I got a lot to talk about today.
You've lost your mind.
The whole wrestling media conglomerates are getting roasted. Clowns.
Clowns?
All of
what are
y'all.
you talking about?
Clowns.
I don't know, Dave.
You do know. I went through the archives. I pulled up every bad thing you said about CM Punk. How dare you?
I'm going to talk about CM Punk today. We might have to. Oh, good Lord.
National CM Punk.
Dave is proclaimed in our live stream that is going up on YouTube, X, and Facebook. There's a graphic. It is National CM Punk Day.
Read the bottom, Mark.
No, you read the bottom.
Let's thank the David Difference for manifesting this for everybody.
Why? Why are we thanking you?
Because you guys are clowns. Never happened. 100%. Don't get your hopes up. Don't dream. Sorry for you, kid. Oh, my bad. My source says this. My source says that. Your source, it sucks. All of you. All of you. And I did this for the people.
Jeez. So, in case you're wondering what we're talking about, we're going to get into it in a little bit because obviously something happened at Survivor Series last night.
You think?
We'll find out if it's as big a deal as...
Who was it? Drew Blimblek came back or something? No, not no Drew Blimblek.
What are you babbling about?
The GOAT, man. He's back.
Were you drinking Cavassier all night?
Yeah, I had to
celebrate.
I had to celebrate, man.
Little pina colada butt lotion going on in the Dave Cave? I mean, what's going on?
I never heard of that, Mark. But
you've seen the ladies, man. Don't tell me you haven't.
Send me a coupon.
Send you a coupon. Well, I guess we're going to break down Survivor Series first. I'm going to build to the climax of the evening. David Difference, are you ready?
Yeah, just wake me up when you get to the good part.
Jeez, Zoo.
I'll be over here.
So last night in Chicago at the Allstate Arena, Survivor Series taking place, 5 matches on the big board. Kick this thing off with a great match for the ladies, by the way. Women's War Games match. Bianca Belair, Charlotte Flair, Shotzi, Becky Lynch. Knockoff Damage Control. That was Bayley, Asuka, Io Sky, and Kairi Sane. Dakota Kai on the outside helping out. As some interesting spots that I wanted to talk to you about, Dave. If you can forget about CM Punk for 30 seconds.
Oh, are we to the CM Punk part?
No.
Yeah, so not yet?
No.
What are we talking about? Oh, there was something else happened yesterday?
There was a lot that happened yesterday.
Fill me in, brother. I'm all ears.
So
man.
Io Sky does a spot on the top of the cage.
Saw that with the can?
With the can. She climbed to the top of the cage. Dakota Kai had got a trash can up to her via a chain that Io had brought into the ring. Of course, it's a War Games match. Mm-hmm. So you've got 2 cages around, a cage around 2 rings. And you're bringing one person in at a time until everybody gets in. Then the match officially starts. Then you get a pinfall submission and it's over. So Io gets this trash can.
And with that trash can, by the way, all wrestling journalists who think they know what they don't know should have been in that trash can.
Puts it on. And, of course, everybody just happened to be fighting under the at the corner where Io was.
Totally oblivious to.
Of course.
Yeah, to Oscar the Grouch going on top of the cage. Yeah.
That's a good way to put it. She jumps off and wipes everybody out. And everybody's going nuts. Gets the "This is awesome" chant, or the other one that I can't say.
What's the other one?
I can't say it.
Can you spell it out?
No.
Oh.
Dave, what do you think of spots like that? Because there was another one in the match too where everybody did, it was all in the same place and got jumped on, and I don't know. I mean, the match overall was good, but I see that kind of stuff, and I'm like, Dave, if you're in a fight with two steel cages, right? Let's picture you and me and everybody that's cool against you and three dweebs you picked up in the bay, right?
Damn, we're going there?
Yeah.
Is that where you want to go? CM Punk Day, Mark? You ain't going to talk to me like that. All right, go ahead.
Are we all going to be standing in the same corner? And then if there's 8 of us, our 7 is going to be fighting while the other one is nowhere magically to be found. Oh, wait, they're on top of the structure about to jump on us.
Yeah. They're busy fighting. They're focused on the fight in front of them. I mean, you have no clue that somebody's actually climbing a cage with a garbage can on their head. How would you know? They're focused on the fight.
You laughed already.
No, but they're focused on the fight, man.
You laughed already.
Well, if that was me going up there with she was ninja-like.
It was stupid.
Well, so what would you have liked to see happen? Was it a good spot? And you said the crowd was
crowd liked it,
saying stuff we can't even say on the air, so it must have been great.
It was okay. But I hate those coordinated spots where everybody's standing in one place. Magically someone turns into a bowling ball. I hate those. Yeah. It's just, I don't know if it's just me.
It's not just you. But I saw it the same. Like, okay, but that's wrestling.
Yeah. So I just wanted to throw that out. But
you know what I want to throw out? Every journalist's opinion who said that CM Punk wasn't coming back last night. I want to throw that out. Their authority, their badge, their credentials, garbage. Put it in that garbage can with whoever jumped off that cage.
That was Io.
And with Io. And get out of here, clowns.
But anyway, Charlotte and Becky made up. The potential fight that was supposed to happen did not. They were at the press conference all crying with each other and a whole ball of wax. But yeah, pretty good match. Bayley takes the fall and she saved Kairi Sane from getting speared by Charlotte. And then she got the hell beat out of her to wrap the match up. So poor Bayley. Looks like she's going to get knocked out of Damage Control.
I love Bayley.
Everybody loves Bayley. Bayley's awesome.
Oh, she's beautiful.
But that one wrapped up there, about a 34-minute match on that. Gunther and The Miz duked it out for the Intercontinental title last night.
Who?
You know, the longest reigning Intercontinental champion and Mr. Must-See Entertainment. He's awesome.
Can I say something?
No.
Okay.
Good match for The Miz.
Really? You going to do me like that, Mark?
Wrestled solid. Took a beating. Had some good spots in there. Was happy to see Miz got a nice match in instead of being a clown. But Gunther walks out as the Intercontinental Champion. And no real challenger in sight at this point. Maybe. You happy about Gunther?
Oh, yeah. I'm thrilled.
You're not going to make this easy.
Yeah. It's not gonna be that day, Mark. I could tell you. So I was at Future Shock last night, FSW, doing my due diligence as a true wrestling enthusiast. I was there, and I had on Peacock Stream in my phone going this event that we're so many memories as kids. It was going on in my pocket, and all I was listening for was that music to hit. That's it.
You look like Jeff Lynne
Who is
on
that?
from ELO on a bad day.
Who's ELO?
The Electric Light Orchestra.
Yeah, nobody knows
This
that
is,
reference.
guys, this is the Mark Hoke Show on KDAWN.
Is it?
No, there are people out there that know who ELO is.
Okay.
Maybe you ought to look them up.
Yeah, during the break, man. I'll look. Maybe so.
Mr. Blue Sky, man, come on.
Maybe that's that's a group, music group.
No,
ELO ain't a music.
don't
group?
bring me down, Evil Woman. Come on,
Is that a song?
they're all songs.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Well, give me a little something. Sing a little something.
I'm not singing right now. I'm getting over a cold.
Oh, really?
Santos Escobar knocks off Dragon Lee. Good
We don't
match
want to talk
there.
about the Intercontinental.
You didn't want to.
Yeah,
You skipped it.
good stuff, guys.
You had your time.
You guys did a good job. Good job. Get to the back. We got a big surprise coming. Everybody, wrap your matches up. Come on, Gunther. I know. Get out of there. Get out the ring, guys. We got something. Randy.
They didn't know.
Who?
They didn't know.
Nobody
Not
knew.
at that point.
Well, you know who did? I did. I never lost faith, never lost hope, never wavered in my
You
opinion.
know, we're going to be talking about an FSW alum here in a second. And you're downing. You are throwing her performance out.
Zoe.
Rhea Ripley taking on Zoe Stark for the Women's World Championship. Zoe put on a great show last night. Physically, certainly hung with Rhea. Great match.
Mm-hmm.
Kept him under 10 minutes. A couple of short matches there. Santos.
Tell me about her match. That one, I just saw her get pinned, and then didn't get a chance to rewatch it. Last night. I tried to catch it again, but
No, they went back and forth. It was pretty good. Pretty good.
Does it look like she has legs to go somewhere else, or some?
Oh yeah, she was in. She did all right. She was definitely hanging with Rhea. So, but Rhea Ripley walks out with the Women's World Championship, and then we get to the men's War Game match to wrap up the night. Cody Rhodes, Seth Rollins, Jey Uso, Sami Zayn.
Hold on, this is the end of the show?
Yeah, there are only 5 matches.
Oh,
You
yeah,
weren't paying attention.
No, because it was so long. Yeah, I remember I was watching the first one. They're like, let's start it. Like, let's start it. I've been here for an hour.
Yeah, the War Games matches take a while.
It's insane. Not a drop of blood.
And Randy Orton. Yeah, and that's something else we want to get into. I actually want to talk about this a little bit before we talk about Phil Brooks.
Hang on real quick.
Randy Orton taking on the Judgment Day, Damian Priest, Finn Balor, Dominic Mysterio, JD McDonough, and Drew McIntyre joining the team because he wanted to beat up Jey Uso. Got his hands on him a little bit, but it didn't go real well for Drew last night.
Yeah, it looked like a good match overall. Yeah.
Oh, the match was great. Of course, Randy Orton.
Yeah,
everybody on the team is in the ring. Randy Orton is nowhere to be found, and then finally, when it's his turn, the music hits and Randy Orton comes running up the ramp to hop in, and boy, he looked jacked. You can tell Randy was working out on this break. Of course, he was out for 18 months due to back fusion surgery. So Randy Orton makes a return after a year and a half.
Was it a year and a half?
It was a year and a half.
Yeah. No, he looked phenomenal.
He did. And, the boys, great match. Everybody's doing their little stories here and there. And, Drew was trying to get his hands on Jay. And, Randy was mad at Jay because, of course, the match that Randy got hurt in was against the Usos. The whole bloodline thing. And Jay saved Randy from a beating at one point in the match. They throw poor JD McDonough off the top of the cage into the waiting arms of an RKO from Randy Orton.
Ah, yes.
Ow.
Out of nowhere. No, actually, we knew that one.
That one wasn't out of nowhere.
I set that one up.
That was pretty well poised to happen. But the good guys win. Everybody's actually no. There wasn't that much of a celebration going on. A little bit.
You give him a little time. Okay,
Drew,
referee. Okay, get the clowns out of the ring. We got something big coming. Okay, guys, you got to get out.
Drew McIntyre, after the match, was kind of holding his arms, so he was, displaying that he had been injured during the match, playing it up, but stomped out of the ring I mean, he was on a beeline to get out of there. He gets out, and then all of a sudden, the music.
The what? The what?
The music.
Hold on. I need a little bit more excitement out of you, Mark.
The music.
A little bit. Somebody said, is there sound issues? Hang on real quick before we get to that. Like, you got to build this up a little bit more, right?
I am. That's going out on the radio, dude. Do we need to take a break? 'Cause we can't. That can't go out on the air. That's going to loop.
How can that not go out?
That's going to loop us. Don't. Yeah.
What do you mean loop us?
Trust me.
That's us.
I know. Just we're doing a radio show. We have to check that. We check it on a break.
Oh, is that what's happening?
Yeah, we were radio show first.
Anyway. Yeah, that's part of the radio show. It's audio.
Anyway, so some music hits, and it's this music, meaning we're headed for a break.
Oh, jeez. You're killing me today. It's radio, Mark.
We got the Mark Hoke Show here on KDAWN. We're going to finish the story.
Oh, they're in suspense.
Dave's gonna comb his wig.
Yeah, that's right.
And we'll be back with more on the Mark Hoke Show here on KDAWN 101.5 FM, the talk of Las Vegas.
Don't kill my spot.
This is the Mark Hoke Show. The Mark Hoke Show. Here again, your host, Mark Hoke.
And we are back on the Mark Hoke Show here on KDAWN 101.5 FM. It is the talk of Las Vegas, and yeah, looks like we did have a little issue on sound there for the scream. We're good now, so.
What happened? Like nobody heard it?
No, we're good. We're good now. So
well, what had happened? Let's talk about your mistake.
Let's not.
Shout out to Mikey Madrano out there listening on the radio, 101.5 FM KDAWN on his dial. Appreciate you tuning in, man.
So.
It's my guy right there. I saw him on Thanksgiving, man. It's a beautiful man.
There you go. So now.
Jeez, he just get to business.
Some music played as all the guys are celebrating in the ring. And lo and behold, it is Cult of Personality. The CM Punk graphics hit the screen. And out comes Phil Brooks, CM Punk in Chicago. We haven't seen that before. Phil Brooks making a debut in Chicago.
Called it.
And, of course, the crowd's going crazy.
Called it.
Having a great time.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah.
And yeah,
show ends.
That's it, huh?
Show ends.
First off, thank you, CM Punk, for coming back and giving us what we deserve as wrestling fans and giving us something to be excited about for, I don't remember, probably since the last time you came back. Thank you for saving the business. Thank you for taking thank you for taking this business to the next level. Thank
insane.
you for helping my manifestation come true. Thank you, CM Punk.
Saving the business?
He saved it, man. Tell me this.
What are you talking about?
Well, tell me this, Mark.
WWE's got record numbers right now.
Mark, okay, yeah, because people watch it out of habit, right?
Saving the business?
People watch it out of habit. When was the last time in wrestling, and you've been a fan for many moons, I've been a fan for many moons, that you were excited about something? When was the last time? When was the last time there was an air of mystery that you were like, hopefully, maybe not what, this will be crazy if it do, and you were just waiting for that moment? When did that happen? Well, tell me when you watched a pay-per-view that we watch every year since we were little kids, that all you wanted was one thing to happen. The rest of the night, come and go. One thing that will change the game. Tell me of a time. I'll sit here and wait, Mark.
I could just go back to Edge showing up at AEW a couple of months ago.
Are you going to compare that to this? Everybody knew, number one, Edge was going to AEW. No brainer. Signs on the wall. He could have just tweeted, hey, I'll be on AEW next week. Could have.
You have lost it over this.
Could have. But for months and months, not going to happen. He needs to go to Impact, TNA, and, really get his life together and prove himself, because nobody needs him right now. He's a bad guy. He's bad for the business. Shut up, everybody. Everybody. Except for CM Punk, man.
Hey, do me a favor, just back off. Turn that mic a little bit so you're squared up.
Straight on?
Yeah, there you go. Thank you.
You want to cover my face, man?
No, I'm not covering your face, just saying. So CM Punk is now back with WWE. A lot of interesting reactions. Like I said, Drew McIntyre stormed out of the ring.
Was that after his music hit?
No, actually before. And we'll get to kind of more background on what we've heard, how this all came together. We had Seth Rollins was flipping him off, screaming at him. Mm-hmm. Of course, those two don't really like each other, period, anyway. But Rollins certainly putting in the work on that, because there's no way that he wasn't trying to work the crowd a little bit on that one. But apparently, Triple H came back, said this all in the press conference. This all came together very quickly. Mm-hmm. A lot of reports saying that they had just started really talking this week, and the contract had been signed that day. So apparently, Triple H, late in the broadcast, and very few people knew about this, took over production. He was the one that kind of called the shot to play the music, and they did tell everybody that was in the ring at the time what had happened and was going to happen. So everybody in the ring did know that CM Punk was going to be coming out after the match.
Yeah, of course.
But apparently very few people knew. He drove up to the arena late on the card. They had an area set aside for him. He walked out, and there it is. So CM Punk is in WWE.
I've been up crying all night.
That's why
I'm
my
wearing
God.
Sunglasses, because it was so beautiful.
And
there
you were up all night.
There you have it. And let's move on. Impact, they got a new Carl Chestnuts is the new Impact. Relax. Let's talk about it.
We are going to talk about it. Wait, who needs to relax on this? On the Mark Hoke Show, it's David Difference that needs to relax.
You know how these Celsius get me.
Yeah, they do mess you up. You're not allowed to drink those anymore. But
yeah.
we have obviously a new player in the game here with CM Punk, and we're gonna talk a little bit about the future in hour number 2. But let's talk about the now, because obviously this was a move with WWE that many people thought would never happen. Obviously, a lot of animosity. I was just seeing some promos that he did when he was in AEW, tearing WWE down, tearing down different performers in WWE. One very nasty one about The Miz that I just happened to have seen pop up. There's been some positive reaction, some negative reaction in the locker room. David, I know you're excited, but take your CM Punk t-shirt off for just a second.
All
right. Good or bad in terms of the locker room first, in terms of working with these people that have been in WWE for a while. A lot of them he tore down and put down over the years. Mm-hmm. How easy is this going to be, or how difficult or impossible is this going to be in terms of handling CM Punk in the back?
So they don't need to handle him. He's a professional. Like I said, all this build-up, most of it is probably going to be a work. You're not going to like everybody you work with. Who cares? They're grown men that are in the wrestling business whose your job is to talk trash and to build these characters. And when somebody just does it to the best of their ability, people are hurt and, it's going to get out of here. Go. There's other companies they can go to.
That is very true. But here's my question.
Mm-hmm.
You have a guy, and you're talking about being a professional.
Yeah.
I'm playing devil's advocate here.
Okay.
You are talking about a guy who got into 2 major physical altercations at the last company he worked at. Plus, he attacked his boss.
Yeah.
He attacked his boss.
Best storyline ever.
There's a storyline there. He got fired for it.
Yeah. Well, look, did he lose? He's back on the biggest stage of them all.
But this is what. Let me finish.
All right.
Let me finish.
All right, well.
You're calling him a professional.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He also, in a press conference, kind of instigated that whole brawl out thing by trashing everybody that he was working with.
Yes.
Do you call that
Professional wrestling.
Not talking about that.
Well,
I'm talking about these are the people that you work with every day. This is the guy that's signing your paycheck.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
Do you every day at your job fight your fellow employees and attack your boss? Then you're calling him a professional. I'm just putting it out there. I'm not trying to. I know there's circumstances around everything, and I get that.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, there's no reason to attack Tony. None. No.
Well, did he attack him, or did Tony try to get up in the mix? We don't know.
Tony Khan?
I don't think he just went. He could have been trying to break it up and did something, and Punk pushed him away.
Wow.
It could have been that, right?
He didn't push him away.
You think he went after him and attacked him?
He got fired for it. What do you think happened?
Tony Khan had to do something because that got out of control. And as we know and as we've talked about, like the majority of the roster, they're senior to him. They've been in this business way longer. How do you control that? That was the one situation of leadership that probably opened his eyes to, like, this isn't all sunshine and rainbows. So CM Punk taught him a valuable lesson that day.
Wow.
In leadership, man. And he had to adjust, and things happened. So I think everybody grew from that moment.
Okay.
You don't believe that?
No.
Well,
I don't believe everybody grew from that.
Who didn't?
Pretty much everybody involved. Jack Perry still isn't back yet.
Clown.
You know? And you can say what you want about that whole situation. But Jack Perry didn't attack Punk. Punk attacked him.
So we don't have the full report. We got different sides.
You should go read up.
Well, I have read up, and I also read up that CM Punk ain't coming back. Well, guess what?
You have gone crazy.
Gone crazy. I've been crazy. So
I knew this was going to be a rough show. But here's what I'm saying is that now he goes to WWE.
Yep.
And probably a much tighter structure there.
100%.
So a better chance to keep him under control. But he has rubbed a lot of people the wrong way over the years. He's a very divisive personality.
Controversial figure.
And it's not because of what he does in the ring. It's because of a lot of the stuff he does outside of it. So this is going to be very intriguing to see how this affects the WWE locker room. Because really, with Vince out of there again, things were pretty harmonious. And now you bring in somebody that is not the most popular person in professional wrestling.
I think we're all overthinking that. And again,
sure?
He's a professional. He's been there before. He's not going to come in and start waves. He's been there. He is the ultimate when it comes to this business. Performer in the ring, on the microphone mouthpiece.
The ultimate performer?
And behind the scenes. You can tell me how many people tuned in yesterday to watch this show just hoping he'd show up. How much the ratings went up just because people thought he may show up.
Do you know that?
He ain't even – what?
Do you know that?
Oh, my. How are we even debating this? How are we? That's all anybody talked about. Nobody yesterday said, oh, did you see that move? They said CM Punk's back. What? Wait, don't spoil it. What happened? Oh, my God. No, really? Everybody's smiling. I'm telling you, I was with the people yesterday, and they were going nuts. We almost stopped the wrestling show just so we could talk about it.
Seriously?
Insane.
Come on. It wasn't that crazy.
Nobody said, this guy won this match. This guy had nobody. Did you see
well,
this?
Of course,
spot?
everybody's
nobody.
talking. Well, of course, everybody's
Not
talking about CM
peep.
Punk.
So that's
everybody. Me is talking about CM Punk. We're talking about CM Punk.
There you go. So that's the person I want on my squad.
Okay, you got him. But all I'm saying is that this is a high risk, high reward situation for WWE.
Nah.
If it pays off, I mean, Tony thought he had things going well too, and all hell broke loose.
Well, you're great at management until all hell breaks loose. Then we see what you're really made of. So, like I said, he learned from that is like, I can't be buddy-buddy. This is a business, and I'm going to have to deal with these uncomfortable situations. And he dealt with it. And Punk said, hey, you want an uncomfortable situation? Here you go, buddy. He gave one. So he's a leader, man. He's teaching people. He's a teacher.
Yeah, but there's a lot, but that's an issue too, because a lot of people have said that he goes overboard with that stuff, that he pushes himself as a leader too much when people don't want him to lead.
Wow. Do you remember Danny Limelight, our good friend? Drill sergeant used to get in people's faces, spit in their faces, yell in their faces. You think people wanted that?
But that
he made Marines.
You're in the Marines, man.
He made men out of them. Same thing.
You're not. That's not. There's no comparison.
Same thing.
There's no comparison to being in the military and being in a professional wrestling locker room. Come on.
There's none.
Come on, Dave.
There's none.
You got to be kidding me,
Mark. Everybody's overthinking this.
Seriously. I want you got to pull this back for a minute.
Okay.
You got to pull this back for a minute.
Don't.
You are comparing. You go into the Marines.
Yes.
And have a drill sergeant
in my face,
as opposed to someone who is your equal in a business coming in and telling you what to do.
Who's his equal?
Everybody is. You're all in the same job. CM Punk is not a producer.
Different.
He's not different. He's not superior over anybody in that locker room.
You fool.
He's not.
You buffoon. So Michael Jordan was no better than anybody else.
Sure he was.
All right, we'll get out of here. Shout out to Chicago. So now, does that make sense?
But he has no authority to go into that. If he's given that authority, then great.
Does Michael
Jordan? But you can't. Yeah, but Michael Jordan earned it.
CM Punk didn't.
You want to fight about this? Fine. Michael Jordan earned it from being a champion, from being someone who goes in and has shown that he could do it every day. And not saying that CM Punk doesn't.
Okay.
But Michael Jordan didn't sit there and say, I'm your leader. You must follow me. You must do what I say or I'm going to beat you up.
Number one, I doubt he said that.
He didn't.
He asserted his dominance.
But there's a way to assert yourself as a leader without being a jerk.
Well, okay, again, go back to Michael Jordan. Watch the documentary. People said he was breaking their balls every day getting on them.
But you're talking a team sport as opposed to
individual sport. Wrestling business is all about self. It's all about self. He got over.
So then, what business does he have telling a bunch of people what to do? You just said it's an individual sport. Why does he have the right to go and tell, if he would walk up to Otis and say, Otis, you should be doing this? Yeah. It's not his place.
So if
he earns that respect and people want to get his advice, then great. Great.
Do you have reports that he went up to Otis and said, you should be
I'm just giving you an example. I know, but
give me an example of where this has happened. We're talking about the glass spot?
I can give you. You remember that's one. But what about the time Chris Jericho talked about, where he sat in a locker room and said, "Hey, I'm a locker room leader. We need to keep this track." And everybody's looking at him like, "You're not." Booker T and Jericho and all these guys looking like, "You're not a locker room leader."
It was.
If you're a good leader, you never have to say you're a leader. You don't. He has rubbed people the wrong way, and I'm not saying that he doesn't deserve respect for what he's done. He does. I love the guy's work.
Oh, now you do, huh?
One of my favorite matches of all time is that Money in the Bank with John Cena.
Oh.
But all I'm saying is that from everything that I have read and everything that I have seen.
Mm-hmm. You read comic books.
Actually, I haven't picked up a comic book in a long time.
Okay.
That he causes trouble unnecessarily.
Love it. You got to understand
and it tore the AEW locker room apart.
Wow.
It didn't have to be like that.
Oh, Jack Perry? Jack Perry got disrespected? Get out of here.
A lot of people apparently got disrespected.
Who? The Young Bucks?
There's one.
Aren't they management in this company?
Kenny Omega, Hangman Page, and
management in this company. Management in this company. It's a free-for-all, man. I worked for a company before. It was like, you get a job. Make up your position. Let's go. Well, here you got CM Punk, who's been in the business for eons, well-respected. And like you said, it's CAC. People ain't going to like me. Harley Race liked me. Dusty Rhodes liked me. Roddy Piper liked me. And I'm all right with that.
Good. And good for him.
Did Jack Perry like me? I don't think he cares. Don't think he cares. Who can go off?
But if you're trying to be a leader in a locker room, that should bother you. That should.
Nah, let it roll off your back.
So
you can't please everybody.
So you're saying that you should only lead certain people that want to be led.
No, some people don't want to. I'm just saying they're going to put up resistance. They're going to have attitudes. They're going to think they're better than you or they know more than you.
Well, I would say that Phil has a problem with that sometimes. I've seen some things. I mean, just some of the stuff he's done on TV. Some of the stuff he said, I got a problem with.
He's the most polarizing figure in wrestling. Name somebody that is bigger. Name one person. I'll wait. Oh yeah, let's
You're
take
gonna
a break
have to wait
so you
till
can
the
think
break.
about it. Yeah, give you some time to think about that. Mark.
We were like way behind on the break. There it is, kids. CM Punk, he's back. We got a whole lot more on the Mark Hoke Show. Stick around, Mark Hoke. The Celsius King David difference. We'll be back with more on the show. Stick around.
.1015 FM KDAWN.
You're listening to the #1 professional wrestling radio show in Vegas, The Mark Hoke Show. The Mark Hoke Show. Now, here again is Mark Hoke.
We're back. It is the Mark Hoke Show, the best in pro wrestling news and entertainment. I'm Mark Hoke.
I'm the David Difference, the Nostradamus of professional wrestling.
Jeff Lynn in the studio.
Amen.
From ELO. I made David Difference look at a picture.
He looks cool.
I'm still trying to figure out where you got that wig.
I look cool. It ain't a wig, man. I didn't have a chance to shave this morning.
What hair product did you use that grew your hair from when I saw you on Thursday night?
Peanut butter, man.
Peanut butter.
Yeah,
all right, guys, there you go.
Miracle growth. Put some peanut. Did you see me? My hair was getting a little long at Thanksgiving.
What are you talking about?
You were delirious. You passed out. You don't even know.
I actually was feeling terrible on Thanksgiving. And hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving weekend, by the way.
Yeah, let's not forget about that. We get there. We had this all-out affair. We had some beautiful women, beautiful honey babies in the building.
We did.
All kinds of things. Mark calls me at 8 a.m. I'm here when you come. You're there.
No, I wasn't
8 a.m.
there.
This ain't a breakfast.
I wasn't there at 8 a.m.
You were there at 8.
I was there about 10:15. Stop it.
Okay, and the thing didn't start till 5. Mark was there early trying to get
actually, I was eventually told it was starting around noon to 1.
Yeah, I don't know if they ribbed you or what, man, but I was like, what are you doing there? But shout out to everybody at the party, man. Ash, JD3, Mikey.
Yeah.
NJ Holiday.
I'm glad I didn't die.
The beautiful honey babies.
Jesus.
Well.
It was bad.
Yeah, what would I have done? Would I have came in today?
If I wasn't
What
here,
do we do? What's the protocol? If Mark keels over, just go on with life?
I guess.
I don't contact the station or nothing?
I guess.
Well, where do I go from here, guys? That's it? We got to put together something in writing, some kind of protocol.
All right.
Back to CM Punk. So, has there been anything that big? And we go back to when I said that excitement. Remember when NWO would pop and it's like, what's happening? Who's coming out? Who might? We haven't had that in so long. And the thing that makes this beautiful is all these idiot media casts that's like 100%. No, sorry, dude. Don't get your hopes up. All them idiots that stood on that throne of saying it's not going to happen. There was no spoiler. There was no teaser. We just had to watch and wait for the wonderfulness. Tell me the last time, and do not say Adam Copeland showed up.
I was there.
Don't say that was the moment. Do not compare the two, Mark. Give me one. Give me a real one. That was not a moment. We knew he was going to show up. And we had just seen him a week earlier.
When CM Punk showed up at AEW.
Right.
No, I mean, there's no question it was a moment. I'm just wondering what the fallout's going to be. And we're going to talk in the next hour about where we think CM Punk and WWE will head now that this has happened. It's it's very intriguing. And, like I said, some people aren't happy. Drew McIntyre has been in a massive contract negotiation with WWE for a while now. Was apparently, stomped out and left the building. He was not happy about this. And I can understand why.
Why?
Because he's been giving everything he had to WWE, carried him during the pandemic, and has been killing himself for WWE, and he doesn't have a contract, but CM Punk makes a phone call and boom.
Yeah, it's CM Punk, dude. I mean, I've been over here busting my ass, and all I get is a case of Celsius. I'm happy. I show up every day with a smile. Come on, man. Is that what we're complaining about? CM Punk calls and gets put on. It was the biggest decision, best decision they've ever made. If he compares himself to that, and nobody even knows, right? Is that why he stormed off?
Supposedly, yes. Apparently, sources close to him said he's not happy about it.
Wow. Stormed off.
Well, to a point, I agree.
Oh, yeah?
But I'm sure he's not happy.
What does CM Punk have to do with Drew?
Because Drew has been trying to get a contract nailed down, and he's been incredibly loyal to WWE, while a guy who's been out trashing the company for the last 9 years comes in and gets probably got a pretty good deal.
Oh,
and that's money that could have gone Drew's way.
Nah, I wouldn't even. My head's itching.
It should with that thing on.
I wouldn't even compare.
What did you kill to put that on your head this morning, by the way? Which you can check out on our live stream.
Yeah, take a look. Tap in. Give me some comments. Give me some feedback.
It's
you like
not
the
good.
look or no? It's not good?
Oh, man.
What's not good?
It's like somebody had a toupee factory explode on your head.
I just got to
It's just coming
I just
out.
got to pick it out.
You got to pick it out. All right.
Yeah, I'll pick it out during the break. But
Jesus.
I'm just saying, Mark, I'm Drew. What's his name? Drew Gulak?
Wow.
Who is he? I don't know.
You are.
Oh, he didn't renew his contract. He might show up at Impact. Mark will probably pop and cry when he shows up. I can't believe he. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
You have lost your mind on this. I knew you were gonna.
Yeah.
I knew you were gonna.
Yeah.
David Difference, everybody.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, we got another hour of this fiasco to go.
Well, I try to bring in the guests, man, and it would have alleviated some of this off
it's
of your
okay.
back, man. But what do you want? It's the best day in wrestling history.
Please.
Well, the second one, the first one, like you said, was when he came back.
In wrestling
to AEW.
history, well, you need to go to a break. Like I said, we'll be back for hour number 2 of the Mark Hoke Show, the best in pro wrestling news and entertainment. Got a whole lot of other news going on, too, and I'm sure we'll talk more Punk when we get back. So stick around, everybody. More to come on KDAWN 101.5 FM, the Talk of Las Vegas Odyssey app, and live streaming YouTube, X, and Facebook. We'll be right back.
Want more of The Mark Hoke Show? Follow us on Twitter at Mark Hoke Show, like us on Facebook at The Mark Hoke Show, and visit markhokeshow.com to keep up with everything happening with the show. And remember to check out all of our archive shows on YouTube at The Mark Hoke Show and download our podcasts at markhokeshow.podbean.com and all your favorite podcast outlets. So join The Mark Hoke Show family today, and thanks for listening.